these guys.
Marion is guarding Nowitzki. Shot clock is down to 5 for Dirk. Intercepted by Amari Stoudemire, and here comes Steve Nash ahead to Marion.
And Dirk was expecting someone to cut when the double team came. He got stuck up in the air, which you're never supposed to do, and came up with a turnover. Great job by Shawn Marion getting out on the break with Steve Nash finding them.
What great shooting tonight. The Suns at 59%. And here is Dirk Nowitzki nailing another. Nowitzki tonight has put in 29 points.
Dallas loves to curl Jason Terry into that pocket off Nowitzki, and if the big man helps off Nowitzki, he just steps right back and he has that wide open jump shot. Another turnover by Steve Nash. That is 7. He's been very careless with the ball tonight.
Does have 8 assists. It's Dirk to Dampier.
Come on now, Dad. You
got to dunk that ball. I mean,
not only dunk it. This is the professional league right here.
Remember 2 years ago how upset Dirk got at Dampier in the playoffs when he muffed all those passes and missed shots around the basket. I mean, he really called him out in the playoffs that year.
Anthony Johnson has come in for Harris. James Jones has come in for Stoudemire. First time we have seen James Jones tonight for the Phoenix Suns. Nash to Diaw. It's Jalen Rose for 3. Offensive rebound, Phoenix.
Of course, Diaw's got to go to work in this matchup right here. There's no way Dampier should be able to guard him.
Diaw is screened, and Anthony Johnson has picked up a foul. That's the second on Anthony Johnson. Look at Avery Johnson, who won an NBA championship in '99 with the San Antonio Spurs, NBA Coach of the Year last season, taking his team to 60 wins and a berth in the NBA Finals.
Well, he's had some amazing career moments already, Kevin. He started out 16-2 the last 18 games of the one season when he took over, lost the first 2 playoff games at Houston at home, came back to win that series. Last year, the highs and lows of the playoffs for Shawn Marion. He has shown to be a very resilient coach, and his team has really responded to his leadership.
Greg Buckner has come in for Jason Terry, and here comes Dirk Nowitzki. Diaw defending. Dirk's got 31. That resiliency, Doug, can be seen not only from that 16-2 start, getting behind in Houston, but even, toward last year as well.
How about last year? They're up 3-1 against San Antonio. Here's Nash for the jump shot. They lose game 5. And Jason Terry gets suspended for punching Michael Finley in the stomach in game 6, and they have to come back and win game 7 on the road. So, yeah, this team has grown a lot in the playoffs.
Nash knocked away beautifully by Stackhouse with under 3 to play in the 3rd quarter.
You know what I love about Steve Nash is he doesn't count his turnovers. I mean, he'll throw that ball up there. Jason Kidd is the same way. They will try to make plays, and they're not concerned about getting turnovers, Reggie.
Here comes Anthony Johnson.
See, now that was a time where I believe Shawn Marion rushed a 3. I thought he should have took the basketball off the dribble and tried to make something happen.
Dirk Nowitzki has put in a game-high 31. Jason Terry, 22. And the Dallas Mavericks, winless so far this season, up by 5 on TNT.
Log on to NBA.com and click on TNT Overtime for an exclusive interview with Jay-Z and an inside look at Shaq's Celebrity Golf Tournament. Only on TNT Overtime at NBA.com.
They outscored Phoenix 25-16. Oh, on the follow.
And Ferguson on the 17th. Oh, that's trouble.
Papá, la par, ¿y la?
Un poquito más a la derecha.
Increíble!
He's looking right at it. It's there.
Nothing is lost with the full HD 1080p Aquas from the leading innovator of liquid crystal television, Sharp.
It's special games, and special players, and special moments. Because you be like, man, I can hit this, I can hit this, I can hit this. That's all you thinking. You have a lot of nights where you feel like, okay, this is my night. And then you get out there, and it be your night at first, but then it don't end up your night. So it really ain't no clues. You can feel good, your body can feel great, but you will never know until it's over. And you look back, you be like, man, I was cooking, I was on fire, I was hot.
Movie fans, listen up. If you love movies and everything about them, there's a new channel for you. Reels Channel, the one place for everything you want to know. From what's next,
The movie trailers are the main event.
to what's out,
If you love movies, this is the weekend for you.
to what you might have missed.
This movie flew under the radar, but it's really worth your time.
Wherever you watch movies, Reels Channel and ReelsChannel.com.
Everything about movies.
24/7.
Watch Reels Channel on DirecTV, Channel 225.
This is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Hard left hand, straight on the button by Pacquiao.
Now their third explosive fight.
Talk about going into the jaws of the lion.
3 times the fury.
They're trading their money punches.
3 times the pride.
Oh my goodness, this is boxing at its best. What a fight!
Pacquiao Morales 3. Saturday, November 18th. Live on DirecTV pay-per-view. Don't miss it live on DirecTV pay-per-view, Channel 122.
We're back in Phoenix. Time now for Coach's Corner, presented by Sharp Aquos LCD TV. Doug?
Well, the focus is on Dirk Nowitzki. He was so brilliant in that first half, and you heard Craig Sager interview Mike D'Antoni halftime. He said, hey, in the second half, we're going to have to go after him a little bit and force him to be a passer. So this is what happens. Double team. He finds Jason Terry for the wide open 3, knocks it down, gets in the post. Once again, the double team. This time it's Jerry Stackhouse. It says, okay, now you're only going to guard me with one guy. I'm going to go back and be in the scoring mode. So Dirk Nowitzki tonight. How about this efficiency, Reggie? 31 points on 14 field goal attempts. Jason Terry, 22 points on 9 field goal attempts. We talk about how Dallas is so much a better defensive team when they play good offense. They're playing very good offense tonight.
Dallas shooting 71% from the floor in this third quarter. Shot clock is at 4 for Stackhouse, who has had a terrific third quarter. Stackhouse in 18 minutes has put in 15 points, and in this quarter, he has sunk 9 for Dallas.
And the thing about it, they're not standing around waiting for Dirk to put up shots. They're still, everyone is still staying aggressive. Jason Terry, himself, they're all staying aggressive.
Barbosa is in for Nash. So let's keep track of Steve out here in the final couple minutes of the third quarter.
And Dallas has done a better job of closing quarters tonight, both in the first and second, than Phoenix. Let's see if they can do the same thing here and maybe get a double-digit lead going into the fourth period.
It's Stackhouse over Barbosa. Jerry Stackhouse with 11 in the third quarter.
Again, that operating area in the middle of the floor. Reggie, on the wing, when you double team, you're pinned to one side of the floor. When you do it in the middle and you double team, you can see both sides of the floor.
Greg Buckner got caught up in all that screen setting inside the circle, and the shot nailed outside by Boris Diaw tonight with 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if you're a fan of shooting the basketball tonight, you're seeing a clinic by both teams. Phoenix is shooting 57%, close to 58, and Dallas is shooting 60%.
14 turnovers now in the game for the Dallas Mavericks. Look at Avery Johnson.
Well, you would have thought with both teams needing a victory, 1 and 8 combined between the both teams, this was going to be a defensive, struggle down low. This has been like a ballerina dance between these two teams,
Both teams came in with horrible defensive statistics.
I think Dallas is happy to see Phoenix tonight. Dallas, their 4 teams they've played 3 very good defensive teams. So this is a night when you get your offense going.
Both teams with a foul to give. The shot clock is at 7. Big clock at 45 seconds. Anthony Johnson. Hey, come on, man. Rebound by Boris Diaw. Suns still trail Dallas in rebounding by 4. Look at Barbosa. Dancing on that baseline with Anthony Johnson, who eventually picks up the Dallas foul. Johnson picks up his 3rd, and Barbosa will be at the free throw line for Phoenix. Tomorrow on ESPN, Miami takes on New Jersey, followed by the Pistons and Lakers, coverage 7:30 Eastern Time. Saturday, NBA TV has Indiana and Chicago, coverage at 8:30 Eastern Time. And here is Leandro Barbosa at the free throw line. I think at this time, Doug, they were welcoming in, trying to blend in a guy named Eddie House, who in the regular season was a real factor for the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, he helped win a lot of games for them. He had hot fourth quarters. He left to go to New Jersey. They chose to sign Marcus Banks because they thought they needed a backup point guard who could run plays with Nash out of the lineup and also get up the floor and defend. He has struggled here early. Remember Tim Thomas, how well he played for them last year. James Jones played well for them off the bench last year. So this bench does not have an identity yet. You're seeing Jalen Rose and Barbosa and Diaw play a lot together here tonight. I think that's where Mike D'Antoni's trying to head, have that group play together.
Suns with a foul to give. Terry is in for Stackhouse. Jason's got the ball with the three. Suns tonight have hit 9 threes, and Dallas with that one right there, 60%, 6 of 10 above the three-point arc.
Coming into the game, they were shooting 32% from three. Remember last year they were one of the best shooting teams in the league in every stat.
Top 10, you're right, Doug, in all those offensive categories. Devin George had the rebound, and Terry shot not off in time. Jason Terry had a 12-point third quarter, 25 for the game. Stackhouse had 19 points so far through 3 and 11 in that third quarter. Nowitzki's 31, leading the Dallas Mavericks over the Phoenix Suns 93-85. You're watching the NBA on TNT.
So let it go for a moment. Let your worries drift away, 'cause here we're living for today. Let's go out back tonight.
Let go of the day. Go out back tonight, where fresh salmon is grilled moist and tender, and the steaks are thick and juicy. Your only worry is which to choose.
Let's go out back tonight.
Tonight, let go.
Life will still be there tomorrow.
Go out back.
The Philips HD Flat TV with Ambilight is the only flat TV with the power to transform a mood at the touch of a button. Simplicity is a button that transforms television.
After I dunk, this contest is gonna be over.
I want to write it, direct it, produce it.
Come on, Pops. I ain't got all day. It's almost over. Yeah, I've been waiting for this a long time. Ooh. Oh, my back. I was off my back. 4.6. 4.6? I didn't ask you how tall you was. Stop that, pretty boy. 4'6".
I'm gonna have to call y'all back.
Show me what you got.
No, stop showboating all the time and show us something. Well, here it comes.
Pretty good. 7.8. Your dunk was garbage. Come on. It's your turn.
I don't do that dunk contest stuff.
What's wrong with you? Shoes too tight?
All right, man.
I've been waiting for this. It ain't been nothing good like that since Sanford and Son.
Dunk contests are bourgeois.
There's strong, and then there's Army strong. It is not just the strength to obey, but the strength to command. Not just strength in numbers, the strength of brothers. Not just the strength to lift, the strength to raise. Not just the strength to get yourself over, the strength to get over yourself. It's more than physical strength. It is emotional strength. There is nothing on this green earth stronger than the U.S. Army, because there is nothing on this green earth stronger than a U.S. Army soldier. There's strong, and then there's Army strong. Find out more at goarmy.com/strong.
The defending Western Conference champion Dallas Mavericks winless so far in 4 regular season games, leading by 8 as we go to the fourth. Now the fourth quarter, That's the rub. That's been the problem for him so far.
Yeah, you can see early in the year in the 4 games outscored about 10 points a game. Opponents shooting 47%. The Mavs only 36. Look at the three-point shooting. But more importantly, Dirk Nowitzki's taken only 11 total field goal attempts in the 4 games. Only 5 free throw attempts. He's on the bench resting. Stackhouse is on the bench resting, as Devin Harris. Who's going to score for this Mavericks team to keep the lead while those 2 guys are over on the bench resting?
Well, if that third quarter is any indication, we'll find out what Dallas has in his fourth in terms of offensive firepower. Anthony Johnson finding Dampier. Out there with Devin George, Greg Buckner, Jason Terry. Johnson just got the 2. Here comes Nash, only a 3-minute game time rest on the floor at the end of the third. Now starting the fourth with Barbosa, Rose. They have Diallo and James Jones. Mavericks shot 72% in that third quarter and closed it, Doug, an 11-4 run. Not bad.
If Boris Diaw is going to be on the floor right now against Eric Dampier, he's got to be aggressive. And you can see right now that Mike D'Antoni's taking him out. But in that matchup, that's what Boris Diaw did such a great job of last year. And you can just see right now, he's not in that same aggressive mindset that he was last year. So they're coming back with Amari Stoudemire to see if maybe he will attack him.
Well, I'm curious to see if Amari is going to be able to finish out this fourth quarter. He's had a lot of rest up to this point. He should really try and push his body and play these full 12 minutes with everything he's got, especially with Eric Dampier guarding him.
He's played 20 minutes, and I think they're pretty happy with the 20 minutes he's played so far.
Well, he needs to get 30 plus. He needs to start pushing his body.
And I think that what Craig Sager said to Mike D'Antoni when they were talking halftime, Mike said, I can deal with his effort tonight. He's giving the effort. He's making those kind of plays. I'll put him on the floor when he's doing that.
Greg Buckner, by the way, picked up the foul at the other end. He's got the ball right now, and he traveled. Doug, as a coach, when you have a player who's struggling, regardless of who it is, can a coach get preoccupied and with tunnel vision on just that one guy and not worry about the other guys on the floor?
Well, sometimes you can. Yeah, you can get to the point where you're watching everything that person is doing, and you can get distracted. And I think Mike has got to be careful not to let that happen because he knows how important Amari is to this team.
Here comes Steve Nash. Working on Anthony Johnson, and a foul called on Anthony Johnson. Nash tonight, 12 points, 9 assists, as we mentioned before. As the fourth foul goes on Anthony Johnson, Nash has had a double-double every game so far.
Well, Coach, you talked about Dallas's fourth quarter woes. Let's talk a little bit about Phoenix. They've had leads going, 19, 15, 9 twice. They were up 6 with 2.5 minutes to go last night. Maybe this could be a change of fortune for them. They're down right now. Let's see if they can, work their way back into the ball game, not having a lead.
Dirk Nowitzki has come in for Devin George. Here comes Jason Terry into Barbosa. James Jones picks it up, and we come the other way. And one Maverick is down. That's Jason Terry. And a technical foul called on Anthony Johnson, and also down is Boris Diaw.
Anthony Johnson right now is giving it to Derek Stafford. He felt that Jason Terry got body blocked. And you see Jason Terry going into the, I think what Dallas is upset about is really the way Jason Terry fell right there.
Well, there's body contact.
There's body contact, but it's lower body contact. It's nothing up high.
But you can't make that kind of contact with a guy going to the basket. What happened? There was contact.
There's got to be something.
And then he released the shot, and he did get a piece of it. But they banged bodies before. Remember now, Avery Johnson was kicked out of the game against Golden State. He got a couple technicals.
Phoenix's ball. Nash hit the free throw.
See what Dick Bavetta just explained to us. He said he thought that there were whistles maybe
stands.
going off in the stands, and the players stopped playing. And so they're making an announcement now for no one to blow whistles, obviously. So what's going to happen now is the technical stands. They made the technical free throw, and it'll be the Suns' ball because they had the ball on a fast break when the game was stopped.
Stoudemire, the screen for Nash. That's a three-point hit for Steve Nash. And for the Phoenix Suns tonight, they've hit 10 three-point shots.
Well, sooner or later, one of these two teams are going to have to come up with stops to win this basketball game. It can't continue to be a shootout.
Nowitzki. Stoudemire plucks the rebound. He has 7.
You know, it's interesting. These two teams, we talked about the rivalry in the playoffs, and Reggie, you've been through this so often. You know, you play a series 2 years ago, the Suns win. Remember, Joe Johnson got the fractured eye socket in that series. Last year, Roger Bell hurt a calf, and he was out for a couple games. All of a sudden, that bad playoff blood starts to come back here early. That's where your instincts come out, and you can see these teams now are starting to remember their playoff battles. That's why the playoffs are so great.
Jason Terry had picked up his 3rd foul moments ago. Ball out of bounds. And Barbosa to Nash. Nowitzki on Jones. And Terry's on Barbosa. Shot clock at 4. Look at him just fly down that lane. He's unstoppable.
He's a finisher. You know, Reggie, when he gets in there, his eyes are on the rim. He's going to score, and what happens is the big guy comes over, and if he misses, Phoenix big guy goes to the rim, and he's got a chance for a rebound, but he gets to the lane whenever he wants to.
We've got a 2-point game with just under 10 to play in regulation.
The Hyundai Azera. It shatters preconceptions. It defies assumptions. And with 8 airbags, a 263 horsepower V6, plus more interior space than a BMW 760i. It's a whole new take on luxury. And the repercussions are just beginning. The Hyundai Azera, ranked most appealing large car by J.D. Power and Associates.
All right, boys, let's sit up straight. We are Marshall!
A town that lost all hope.
All players and coaches on board were killed.
The man who helped get it back.
It doesn't matter if we win or if we lose. It's that we play the game.
The amazing true story.
You're gonna get this team back, man.
Matthew McConaughey, Matthew Fox.
We are
Marshall. Rated PG. Starts Friday, December 22nd.
PJ is a single girl.
Hello.
Who loves to hang out with the boys.
Nice cleavage. Are you even wearing a bra?
My Boys, a TBS original comedy series, premieres November 28th, only on TBS.
I like the way you move. Some people really know how to move. When you're moving, we'll get your DirecTV up and running in your new place free. Just make one call to DirecTV Movers Connection and arrange a date to move your service. It's free, it's easy, and it's one less thing to worry about. Call 1-866-WAY-YOU-MOVE. That's the way to move without missing a beat. I like the way you move.
We've only just begun to live. Kiss for luck and we're on our way. So many roads to choose. We start off walking and learn to run.
The push for the playoffs is on. It's not too late to get in the game. Order NFL Sunday Ticket now and get free Superfan.
Definitely a rivalry between these two teams. It's been that way since I've gotten here. Obviously, you know the history. Steve was their guy, and then I come in, and now the first year we lose to them in the second round. Last year we beat them in the Western Conference Finals, so there's definitely a rivalry brewing.
And in the last 6 regular season meetings, each team has won 3. Yeah, I'd say there's a rivalry brewing, if not already in full bloom. The Suns have started this 4th quarter on an 8-2 run as you take a look at some of the numbers over the last couple years with these two teams.
Well, Kevin, you could also see after an 8-2 run to start this period for the Phoenix Suns, Dirk Nowitzki's on the floor once again, as is Jerry Stackhouse and Jason Terry. They have to have their 3 scorers. If they're gonna win this game, it's gonna be a shootout.
Nowitzki has a season-high 31 points. Guarded by James Jones. Shot clock is down to 6. Devin Harris, good move by the defending Stoudemire. That's a 3-second violation. It's inside, and that's the violation. It's the 16th turnover for the Dallas Mavericks.
See, now Stoudemire just did a little subtle thing there. He didn't give up on the play. He ran at the shooter, and forcing him to put it on the floor forced the 3-second count. I'm not sure he would have done that a couple games ago. I don't think he could have gotten out there.
Barbosa gives off to Nash. Barbosa has tied a career high of 30 points. He also had 30 opening night on TNT in Los Angeles against the Lakers. Doug, here's what you're talking about.
Reggie, this is the hustle. This is covering up for your teammates. Look at Stoudemire run out. He gets a hand up, and when he puts the ball on the floor, 3-second violation on Dampier. So just the energy on that play gets Phoenix the basketball back.
And it's those little things that garnish the trust from your players.
Steve Nash has put in 16 points, make it 18 points with 9 assists for the Phoenix Suns. He's defending Harris. That's a quick foul. Nash picks up his second personal foul.
Well, if I'm Avery Johnson, I have a lot of options I can go to. 3 guys have been on fire tonight. Dirk Nowitzki, Jerry Stackhouse, Jason Terry, so they're all, I'm sure, going to be looking for their shot.
It's a Stackhouse 3. It's a Dampier rebound.
There you go, Reggie.
Foul.
There you go, Reggie. Said, take that, Reggie Miller, over there to the scorer's table.
I didn't think he could dunk anymore.
Dampier's got 6. Nash to Barbosa. And Amari Stoudemire forcing one up and down.
And that's what really made him so great 2 years ago. Offensive rebound, the explosion up. It just adds another dimension for this Phoenix Suns team if he can get back to that level of being aggressive on the offensive end.
Defensive switch. They got Jones on Terry. And a foul called on James Jones. And that's the first on the Phoenix player.
Well, this is one thing that Dallas always tries to do against Phoenix, is pound them on the offensive glance. Eric Dampier for the dunk right here. And this is the explosions that's been missing in Amari Stoudemire since the microfracture in the left knee. Try to get up quickly, either get fouled or dunk the basketball.
Marion getting some great rest on the Phoenix bench right now. Here's a 3 by Terry and a rebound by James Jones, who has come in to defend Nowitzki and gets a rebound right there for the Phoenix Suns. Nash trying to scoop it inside for Stoudemire. Another turnover.
That's his 9th turnover tonight. Steve has really tried to force the ball in a congested area. Now, Dallas has done a nice job collapsing on that little screen roll that Nash loves to throw that bounce pass through. And tonight we've seen about 4 or 5 times that play has been picked off.
And I'm going to say this, Coach. 2 years ago, Amari Stoudemire would have caught that because he could bend over and get it. I don't think he can bend over that low anymore and get those low passes that used to come that way from Steve Nash.
He turns 24 in a couple days to Stoudemire. Stackhouse trying to force it inside. And that is turnover number 17. And that's a foul. Nash at the other end had picked up his 3rd moments ago.
You know, I love this because the game's going to get testy here the last 8 minutes here. I love this because you start to see the sense of urgency in these 2 teams, both Phoenix being at home, 1-4, lost 4 games, so they've had the lead in every game. And Dallas has struggled here early. Now, which team is going to be able to grind this game out?
Well, you can see the combined shooting of these 2 teams tonight, 57%.
And it's not only getting testy for the players, but for the owner. We're over here by the Suns owner, Robert Sarver, and he's screaming louder probably than anyone. He just got fined $25,000 by the league for some of his comments about the officials. So everyone's kind of getting into it tonight.
Rose hits the shot, but Stoudemire set a nice screen to open up the door.
Now that's that little medium-range jump shot of Jalen Rose. How about the confidence Mike D'Antoni has? Jalen Rose really only been here for 1 practice.
Dougie's played almost 19 minutes tonight. He played 6 last night in San Antonio. And a foul on Barbosa, number 3.
You love to have a lot of guys on your team who know how to play, and Jalen Rose knows how to play. He's very efficient in his movements and stuff. He knows how to make the plays, get to the area, pull up and shoot, make the pass. He's going to really help them.
Rose just gave Phoenix their first second-half points off the bench. Nowitzki inside to Devin Harris. Good pass by the big man.
Again, that two-man game, they like to run a small guard off Dirk and either force a switch or help, and then that guy is going to be open. That time it was Devin Harris.
Stoudemire the screen, mismatch. Nash over Dampier. Picked up by Harris. Nash is 7 of 16. Oh, as he hit hard on the play by Stoudemire.
And that's what Devin Harris is in there to do. Change the tempo. You can see an alleyway to the hoop. You've got to be able to take it. Right here, he sees the parting of the Red Sea right there, and Jalen Rose comes in kind of late, takes a good hard foul. Make him earn it from the free throw line.
Rose picks up his 3rd personal foul. James Jones is getting set to come back in. He just got a standing ovation for his defense on Nowitzki before he was taken out moments ago. And at the free throw line is Devin Harris.
Morris Diaw's getting ready to come back in for Amari Stoudemire, which I'm a little surprised at. I thought Amari was playing pretty good. Once again, is his wind there? Is his conditioning there to be able to finish games?
I think that Mike D'Antoni's going to see what happens here in the next couple minutes, and if he can get over there and get his breath and get him back out on the floor, this is where, as a coach, you have to play it night to night. You have to see how you're doing, who's playing well, and when you're trying to win a basketball game, you got to get the 5 best guys out that particular night that can help you close out the deal.
Well, it's 6:44. How long do you sit him? Because you don't want him to get stiff, because it's going to take him a while, especially with those surgically repaired knees. The microfracture on the left. You don't want him to sit him long over there.
I think he's going to manage the score right now. I think Mike's going to see what happens here with the score, and he'll substitute accordingly.
Mavericks are +10 from the free throw line tonight. Also, let's watch how long Nash is out. Nash is now sitting on the bench for the Phoenix Suns. Rose, nice rotation. Barbosa for 3. Stackhouse claims the rebound inside. Stackhouse has played well. 19 points for Stackhouse. Devin George back in with Nowitzki, Terry, and Devin Harris. Jones again on Nowitzki. Dirk with the season-high 31.
Good D there by James Jones.
George the rebound, and a foul called on Devin George of the Dallas Mavericks.
Remember now, Devin George has brought in here. He's got championship experience for the Lakers. He's made big shots throughout his career, but he's just now starting to get his conditioning back. He was very sick with a stomach ailment, and they're hoping that they can round him into shape, and he could be a big factor for them in the 4th quarter with his experience.
It's Rose for 3. Jalen Rose has come off the bench to put in 9 in 10 minutes on the floor. He can't be right 10 minutes.
He gives you that triple threat. Not only is he going to post up, but he can play point guard, and then when you slack off, he can knock down threes.
Sean Marion picks up his 3rd personal foul, but a good shot here by Jalen Rose, the newest Phoenix Sun.
Well, is he going to be this year's version of Tim Thomas, who came in late in the season? If so, the Suns will have a big smile on their face.
From TNT, stand up for what's right.
Where'd you get the drugs?
And bring down the house with a rock.
This is my town.
Walking Tall. Saturday at 8 on TNT. We know drama.
Can I buy you a drink?
Sure. Heineken?
So...
Thanks.
Nice. Thanks.
You need one?
Yeah, sure. Man, I love your sister. Yeah. What?
The Hyundai Azera. With 8 airbags, electronic stability control, and a 263 horsepower V6 all-standard, plus more interior space than a BMW 760i. It may be the most car for the money ever. It's no wonder the Hyundai Azera was ranked most appealing large car by J.D. Power and Associates.
Fighting broke out overnight between rivals.
Find free videos from all across the web. Music, news, movie trailers, and full-length TV shows. All in one place. The new AOL. See what's here for you.
This is what it's like when you're looking for a car on Autotrader.com. It's the only place you can see almost 3 million cars. The largest selection of cars anywhere. And when you search from a selection this wide, no matter what you're looking for, on Autotrader.com, you'll find exactly the car you want, just like that. So why go anywhere else? Autotrader.com, the smarter place to buy and sell a car.
The NBA on TNT, brought to you by the new Hyundai Azera. It may be the most car for the money ever. By AOL.com, now free for all. By Charles Schwab, great service, great price, why not both? Talk to Chuck, Charles Schwab. And by Autotrader.com, the smarter place to buy and sell a car.
Welcome back to Phoenix, where it's a one-point game. Next week, Jack McCallum's seasonal look at the Phoenix Suns hits the bookstores. It was given inside access to Jack. The title, 7 seconds or less, refers to their philosophy that the best shot on the shot clock is within 7 seconds of getting the ball. The book is more a chronicle than it is controversial. However, an excerpt was in the paper today that kind of ruffled a few feathers in the locker room. He referred to Amari Stoudemire as notoriously unreliable, particularly when it comes to rehab. I talked to Stoudemire today. He wasn't very happy with the quote, but said taken out of context, it's more blatant than it is if you look at the big picture. Mike D'Antoni said the same thing, and also said if you read the entire book, Jack is very complimentary of Stoudemire and says the big picture says that he's the future of the franchise, and if he's healthy, that future is this year. But the one excerpt in the paper today caused a few problems, particularly with Amari.
Greg, thank you very much. Jack McCallum is not only one of the great basketball writers in this country, one of the great sports writers in this country, and I would advise anyone who has any kind of feel for NBA basketball to buy the book. We saw many times last year as Diaw hits the free throw, and the game is tied at 103.
Yeah, I started calling him coach. He was around the coaches. I thought he was one of their assistant coaches.
Penalty both ways. 5.5 to play in the game. Nowitzki with the season high 31.
He's got to go to work. They need him right now. This is the fourth quarter. We've talked about the Maverick woes in this period in the first 4 games of the season, and Dirk has got to be a guy who's got to be in the middle of all the activities. He's either got to get the shot or create the shot for someone else.
Marion just picked up his 4th foul. A lot of that defense in the 4th quarter with Nowitzki now at the line has been authored by James Jones, who's come and done a pretty good job on Nowitzki.
And what's also happening too is they're picking and choosing the spots they want to double team. They're not going to let him get that ball in his operating area, so that means if they're going to double team him, then somebody else is going to have to make some shots.
Doug, we're not seeing a lot of free throws in the second half by Dallas.
Well, that's the Suns. When they play well, as they stop fouling, this Dallas Maverick team took 19 free throw attempts in the first half. Now they've only had 8 in the second half, so the Suns doing a much better job of not doing all the excessive fouling they did in the first half.
It's Rose, Diaw with the screen. Nowitzki now with the switch on defense. Offensive rebound by Marion. Picked up by Dirk Nowitzki, his 7th rebound. Terry was hitting the eye with the ball. Marion on Stackhouse.
He looks like the Jerry Stackhouse of old right now.
Yeah, it's that little step back jump shot you were talking about, Reggie, where he drives at you and then creates space with that little fading jumper.
Stackhouse is a two-time scoring champion in the NBA. And tonight, starting for the injured Josh Howard, has been terrific. 21 points. And the Dallas Mavericks lead it by 3 with under 5 to play on TNT.
The Hyundai Azera. It shatters preconceptions. It defies assumptions. And with 8 airbags, a 263 horsepower V6, plus more interior space than a BMW 760i. It's a whole new take on luxury. And the repercussions are just beginning. The Hyundai Azera, ranked most appealing large car by J.D. Power and Associates.
You've waited all year for endless shrimp, and now it's almost gone. Don't miss the only time of year to enjoy all the shrimp you can eat. Endless shrimp ends soon, only at Red Lobster.
Technology has made your morning easier. Why not your shave? The Philips Norelco Smart Touch XL is designed to shave more, with 3 shaving rings in each shaving head, and it stays on your neck, so even tricky hairs are cut. Simplicity is making every stroke count.
If the unexpected happens, you definitely want to make sure you have the right insurance coverage. Fact is, over 70 million households in the U.S. aren't properly covered. Hard to believe, but true. That's why Farmers Insurance agents are focused on one thing: helping you find coverage that's right for you, so you can get your life back to normal. Don't find out the hard way that you're underinsured. Call the number on the screen now for a free, no-obligation review of your existing insurance coverages. You'll find out how a professional, knowledgeable farmer's agent may be able to save you money. Huh. Never saw that coming. So don't wait. The call is free, and so is the review. Call 1-800-206-7839 now. Farmers, get you back where you belong.
This weekend, all the drama is on TNT.
Hello, ladies.
Friday at 8, Gone in 60 Seconds. Saturday at 8, Walking Tall. And Sunday at 8, Rush Hour 2. All the drama, all this weekend is on TNT.
Phoenix Suns involved in their community with Suns players Marcus Banks and Pat Burke, recently surprising 4 students with an escort to Gateway Elementary as part of Take a Player to School Day. NBA Cares, combining basketball and service to the community. Irish-born Pat Burke on this team. Well, Doug, we're in the 4th quarter. It's a 3-point game, under 5 to play. I think I know the 2 players you're going to focus on here.
Yeah, you got the ball in Steve Nash's hands, the 2-time MVP. Can he get his team home tonight and a victory? And you've got Dirk Nowitzki on the other end, who's had a great night. Can he put the finishing touches on this game for the Dallas Mavericks and get them their first win of the season?
Nash is down, holding his back. Harris is defending. Shot clock is down to 5. Nowitzki now defending. And there is a foul away from the ball.
I thought Nash right here took a shot right here from Devin Harris.